This is Bronyville, episode 21, recorded on September 3rd, 2011. I am your host, Apple Cider. Hello, everyone, once again. We got a jam-packed, crazy show here, and I'm all alone this time. My dear and very special chef has left me this week, so I'm tending the show all on my own. Oh yeah, and I got two dudes with me. Returning champion Midnight Shadow is rocking the other side from Brit location Zebra, I guess.
Hello there.
Yeah, he's here.
And yes, you don't have to worry. Chef is not tied up in the apple cellar.
I know. I checked a little earlier. And we also have with us the RGB, the Roy J. Biv with us.
Yo, what's up?
So we got writer extraordinaire. I'm sure we're going to talk about fics and maybe weird fics and crazy fics and whatnot, and maybe review fics. Who knows? It's going to be about writing in some way. But yeah, we got us three. We're gonna do the show as normal, even though Chef has abandoned me. But you know what? Let's Rainbow Dash the show. I'm certain of it. So since we know Midnight because he's not important anymore and he keeps coming on our show somehow. So we already know what he likes. But we have Roy with us, and Roy is brand new, so that means he's got to go through with the 4 simple, easy, straightforward questions we have. Written over here on our doc. Oh, and also to add, we also have a Gummy Pony hiding in the background, I believe.
No.
So, yep. Making sure that we increase the lady quota a little bit. So, nice to have you as well, Gummy. They're going to kind of go in tandem, it seems. But let's start with the first two for those, for both of them. Favorite character and favorite episode.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Roy, you go.
Okay,
Roy
I've been
goes.
told I go. Okay. My favorite character is Twist, actually.
Twist?
Yes, Twist.
And why Twist?
I like Twist because she is the quintessential geek girl growing up, and when she ends up growing up, she's going to end up becoming just the ultimate geek bombshell, like the really beautiful women that you see at anime conventions and sci-fi conventions doing the cosplay, and you're just like, why are you here? You're attractive. And some lucky geek pony is going to end up hooked up with her and all be the envy of all his or her friends, basically going, how did you get that?
Be the Pony Felicia Day of her land. Just like, you're talented and pretty, and you'll play games with me. Oh my God, we should go out.
Exactly.
Oh.
And favorite episode, Sonic Rainboom, because it has everything. I mean, it's the quintessential perfect intro episode to get people into ponies.
All right, cool. And Gummy, what do you got?
My favorite character is Pinkie Pie after she goes a little bit psychotic.
Specialty Pinkie. Not so Pinkie. Flavor number 2 Pinkie.
Unmedicated Pinkie.
What also ties into my favorite episode, we're used to seeing this happy-go-lucky party, let's have fun kind of pony, and then at the one situation in Party of One, she just kind of goes ballistic, let's say, and starts seeing things her way, and it's just a big transition, I think.
Can I interject something on Party of One real quick?
Go.
Crazy Pinkie?
Go.
Please? Okay.
What are you interjecting? No, I said go, not no.
Oh, okay. No, I was going to say, it was interesting watching that episode with a lot of other bronies, because as soon as Rainbow Dash showed up, hearing tons of bronies just start screaming, typing out screaming in chat.
One particular word.
Don't make it canon!
No, yeah. Once I actually saw the fic that shall not be named, it was just kind of like, oh boy. Yeah. You know, finally looking back at that scene and going like, I'm sure many people took this a different way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's Fanon as well as canon.
Just to kind of come back to the twist thing real quick. Actually, as of late, I've really taken this strange interest in snips and snails. Like something about them where I could see them being just so lame they revert back to cool.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the images with them like dressed up in shades and looking like Men in Black, and I could almost see them just running around and being complete dorks, but somehow reverting to just being like, those guys are so weird.
Yeah.
Yet that's kind of cool.
Gummy just came up with a great idea.
Yeah. Go for it.
Are you guys familiar with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I've heard of them, yes.
The original 80s cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Snips and Snails are Bebop and Rocksteady.
Ah, good point.
They are the Bebop and Rocksteady of the cartoon.
Yeah,
you're right.
Maybe, yeah.
Good point. Yeah, I mean, they aren't the antagonist, except for they could be played off as the antagonist for the CMCs.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not directly evil because they're good, but they are definitely chaotic with the ability to summon Ursas.
Yeah, and create just insanity around them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I think I might practice with those. See what comes out of that, because I think that could be something really fun to play with. I don't know. There's untapped potential in making those guys like geekily cool.
Yeah. I love the models they have. They're one of the few ponies that have very different body shapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Well, let's move this little train along real quick. So Roy and Gummy, why you love the show so much?
Well, this is Roy. Sorry.
Don't worry.
I've always been a fan since G1 actually came out, and I mean, I literally grew up liking My Little Pony because it came on right after He-Man and She-Ra and G.I. Joe, and I was like, well, I don't really want to go and study, or I don't want to go do dishes or something, so it'd be one more cartoon. And so I've always loved ponies. I like G1 because of the villains. The villains were epic, but all the rest of the episodes were basically copy, cut, paste, the exact same thing happening every episode. But I love the villains from G1. G2 I liked because they got rid of the humans and they actually tried to work in a bit more storyline, but they were still, their hands were tied. So it hasn't been until this new incarnation that they were actually able to have good animation and good writing and good voice acting and everything else, because they had great voice acting in the first two episodes. I mean, they had the original Catwoman as one of the villains, for heaven's sake. So
I noticed you skipped Generation 3 and 3.5. What's that?
That does not exist in my opinion.
Okay.
Most fans don't acknowledge that.
It's the Batman and Robin of My Little Pony series. Like,
what movie is that? I've never heard of that movie. It does not exist.
It's the latter two Matrix movies of.
There's only one Matrix movie.
Okay, and Gummy, what about you?
I like it because it's such a diverse age range. I mean, you can never be too old and never be too young to actually like ponies. And to me, it just doesn't seem like people would look at you funny for it, but they might. I mean, you could be 80 years old and still sit down and watch ponies and be there rooting for your favorite character, and they wouldn't care.
Cool on that. Yeah. And let's see. So what do others think of said love? And it looks like that you two can both kind of answer upon each other, since you are, together.
Aww. Yes, we almost started snogging. We're sorry. Okay.
Hand check or hoof check, whichever. All right, Roy, get on with the point, Roy.
I am. Well, some like it, some hate it, and I know my girlfriend loves ponies.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Does your boyfriend love ponies?
Oh, yes.
Aw.
They both squee.
This is sickening. They both are just happily ponily involved. Me and my girlfriend just kind of have evil, angry glances at each other. You're doing that show again? Yes, honey.
She watches it and pretends not to.
She just, right now, she's just sitting there looking at a laptop, just trying to zone out the fact this even exists.
Love and tolerance.
Yep. No. She likes it. She's I actually, for episode 20, if you look at the little show notes, I had her write the descriptor for it, and she was she's quite a colorful character. So, all right, cool. Great to have you guys on. We're going to talk probably fic and just a whole bunch of stuff. We've got our wrap up and everything. To remind everyone, this is kind of a little bit of a lead in. We are still doing the marathon on September 10th. You can enjoy, friggin' 12 hours of ponies. It's going to be me and Chef and a whole bunch of guests coming on and just talking and watching all of the episodes and fan videos from noon to 12 p.m. or later, depending on, how it ends. Pacific Daylight Time. The live stream is going to be, is pretty much livestream.com/Bronyville. We also have picked up a sync tube channel that can attach to it. So we do have overflow space. If it really does get that crazy, we're looking at contests. We're giving away prizes. We're giving away ponies, probably giving away t-shirts. We're giving away video games. We're literally pulling out all the stops for this. So, and we're trying to get people from the show. We're really trying to make this the big send-off, the big celebration for, hey, we want to thank the production team for an awesome season 1, and we want to show how enthused we are for season 2. We really want to just parade this around as a huge thing to kind of celebrate the New Year's, the changeover from season 1 to season 2. So I hope you guys, if you are available, pretty much a week from now, to come and join us over on the live stream or on the sync tube. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm sure me and Chef are going to be way ponied out by the end of that. But you know what? We do it for you guys.
You're going to need a lot of energy drinks.
Oh man! Well, we've already got some things. We've got some guests. We know that the Diamond Dogs and the Brony Show guys are going to be helping us out and taking about an hour's time, so we can actually repair our broken voices by the end of that. And it should be a lot of fun. We are really psyched about this and trying to get everything set up technically. So let's go ahead and hit emails real quick. You can always send an email across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. And as said, we've got tons and tons of these because you guys just keep flooding us with them, and that's totally awesome. We will go, actually we got 4 in the house today, so if Gummy is close enough to actually read the laptop, we can go in order of myself, Midnight, Roy, and then Gummy. We can kind of go in that order if all is fine with that. I suppose that is a yes.
Yeah, she says that's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll start up at the top, and here we go. Hey, Apple Cider and Chef Sandy. I love that pun. Just had a quick question about my donation to your drive. I donated $50 yesterday under Ghost Wolf Science Brony and haven't seen it appear on any of my statements or accounts yet. I'm not sure if this is a PayPal transaction taking a while or if it did something stupid like clicking cancel or OK or closing it before. I wanted to see if you have received the donation. If not, I'll call up my companies in progress and not resubmit. Looking forward to your marathon event, Ghost Wolf. So this is a little really isn't, related to that, but we do have a donation button on the site now, which is going to be how the contest works for the marathon. If you donate $1, you get a ticket. If you donate $10, you get 10 tickets. If you donate $20, you get 20. So on and so forth. So that way we can kind of keep track of who is going to be part of which thing. And we actually do need to warm that up a little bit. So I'll probably have by the end of the show, have a little bit of a pre-show prize to any who donate. And as I said, just $1 will get you in one. The more you submit, the more chances you have to win. Probably looking at what do I have? I know that I could probably get you some toys, get you a video game, just some feeder stuff so that we can warm up that PayPal, because I've dealt with PayPal before, and if you suddenly flood it with a whole bunch of money, they shut you down. That's how fun PayPal is. Oh, you're doing something big and successful. Let's stop you.
Let's take all your money.
Yeah, keep the money.
Yeah. Oh, you suddenly started sending a whole bunch of cash. That's interesting. Hey, we don't want you to do that. So yeah, I'll have a little care package and may even mention it on here. But if you guys want to warm up to the big event, you can totally do that and donate. There is a little issue with it registering and saying on the website, hey, you have donated, but we are totally getting those. So we're kind of working through that last minute on it, but. Just to kind of explain it, we do have cool prizes and all that. I think that's about all I should say. More will come out as we get, as the marathon starts, and so forth. So let's move on down. Midnight, hit up this next one.
Okay, it says, "Hi AC and Chef Sandy," or what I thought it was before I read it written down, Sheriff Sandy. Unfortunately today it's Midnight Shadow. I'd just like to say that the Brony community to me feels nice and welcoming. And I think it's podcasters like you who make it feel that way, at least for me. Perhaps it's the fact that the guests and emails you feature on the show are so widespread that it makes it seem like every pony knows some pony, even if that isn't the case. Like many others, this fandom, like no other, has given me the urge to contribute fan art or fanfic, though I am generally awful at anything I could do. I believe that it's the friendliness in the fandom that podcasts like yours help create that makes me feel better about not being able to do anything. Love the show, Ras Rap Smurf. P.S. Pinkie Pie is the best pony, and Twist is the best filly.
Wow, a lot of twist love today. That's double twists. That's
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, glad, we do it just because, I always make the joke. We do it so that that I can have an outlet to talk about pony, that doesn't drive my girlfriend insane, which unfortunately it does that anyway. And also is for a bunch of you guys who are all over the world, that listen to this and might not have somebody nearby that you could actually just kind of, get that out. You can't just, go and hang out with a bunch of people that are interested. So this gives you that opportunity to kind of connect. So, it's one of the services we provide. Yeah. It's always nice to get those where it's just like, you help us so much. Thank you. It's like, hey, we do what we can, man.
I think every pony has a special talent.
My special talent is the fact I just can't be quiet. All right.
And I've got a good face for radio.
Yeah, I have a really good face for radio. Good body for it, too. As long as it's never seen. Okay, Roy, how about this next one?
Okay. Hey guys, I love the show. Just want to know if you guys noticed that almost every Sonic the Hedgehog fan is also a fan of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Is this because Dash is simply a complete copy of Sonic or because some other reason? I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Great show, keep it up. Your faithful listener, Mauer.
I'll let you guys answer this, and then I'm going to, as an ex-Sonic fan supreme, I'm going to finish up.
Ooh.
That's it. Show over. I'm putting down the headset, walking out the door.
Midnight, do you mind? Or if I throw in my 2 bits?
Go for it.
Okay. Actually, I know quite a number of Sonic the Hedgehog fans that actually do not care for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I think part of the reason that I've seen at least is a lot of Sonic fans are hesitant to be friendly towards the Pony fans just because they tried being friendly towards 1 or 2 other fandoms and received a very vicious backlash. So now I've noticed a lot, at least the Sonic fans I know, are more kind of in their own protective bubble or protective world, so they don't suffer that lash out as much or suffer getting attacked as much. So, like I said, I haven't seen it as much, but your mileage may vary.
Okay, and now for my turn. So I used to be a huge, big Intuit Sonic fan. Ever since I was just a little filly, or no, wait, little colt. There's been a lot of changes with me. Anyway, but what happened was, I'm going to ascribe to this. They just aren't. Okay, guys. Sega has messed up that plot and messed up that character so much, I consider it in some ways unsalvageable. Or at least what the fans have done to it. This dirty corruption, horrible thing that has happened, and Sega just kind of abuses its own like IP to the extent of just making it so bad. And I think in many cases, a lot of people like it because they've just gotten fed up and they find something that it's got that light, colorful air. It's got, this very happy visage. It's got a lot of trappings to it because, heck, okay, Rainbow Dash, Sonic, they do kind of act kind of similar. I think in many ways the reason is because it's a nice, like, hey, you guys come over here, check this out. It's really cool. It's a cartoon. It's bright and colorful, and it's not going to hurt you. It's not, Daddy's not going to hit you this time, that's just my little piece from, being an ex-Sonic fan. And of course, I realize that some people are doing really cool things, like the people over at Archie, they are doing their thing, and then they do have a pretty good plot going with that, and I kind of am interested to catch up in that, but the fan community itself has just become this nasty, weird, crazy, scary community that it's not a good place to be at all. I mean, it's people literally just sitting there hoping beyond hope that's like, okay, they're releasing a new game. This will be the one. This will be it. Ignore Shadow the Hedgehog, and ignore the terrible 360 one, and ignore all the other amazingly bad games that we've made. This one will be the one to... Oh, wait, no, it was bad too.
Cider, did you have the misfortune of playing the new 2D?
No. After Heroes, I gave up. After Heroes, I was like...
I wasted the $15 and beat it in under 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The Chaos Emeralds.
I was like, if I have to go to a review site and the aggregate score needs to be above 85 for me to care anymore. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm completely done with it. I am not going to abuse myself anymore by believing that, that Sega could actually do anything with the franchise. So, I'm stepping away. If they surprise me, they can surprise me and maybe bring me back. But they are the ones that have to, I have given them enough leeway. They are the ones that have to make that connection now. So I think the reason that a lot of Sonic fans are at least, why I am, is because this one hasn't abused you over and over and over. So to bring us from a less depressing point, hey Gummy, we got a little note here from Purple Tinker.
Okay. Hi, gang. So BronyCon September is getting Jason Thiessen, director of the show. And this says, I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. I am horrible with names.
Sathisto, I believe.
Sathisto.
There we go.
Of Equestria Daily, as our guest of honor. Wondered if you guys might want to chat a bit on the air about what'll happen at the big event. In the spirit of friendship, Purple Tinker.
What will happen is that I am extremely jealous I won't be there.
Neither will we.
It's it's all the way over there in New York City in September. I should probably pull up the webpage. But yeah, if you guys don't know it yet, we do have BronyCon coming up very quickly, and Jason's going to be there. Seth is going to be there. It's going to be a huge Brony event there all right, I'll go ahead and do it in Manhattan. And if you have the ability to get yourself there, I would highly recommend it. As said, me and Chef are kind of like, man, we really want to go, but we are on the opposite side of this United States that makes it just way too difficult to actually feasibly do that.
Well, we're doing on Washington that same weekend, right?
Oh, what's this?
At Rainforest, that same exact weekend, we're holding a bunch of Brony events that I'm actually organizing, as well as having a huge Brony party where we're going to be showing both the first and second episode of season 2.
Oh, wow.
And we'll have cupcakes and muffins.
Oh, there you go. So there's at least a little bit of a West Coast, at least a little bit of a, additional piece you could do there if you wanted to run over to Rainforest. So yeah, you could, we do have those pieces. And yeah, if you can definitely hit up, I suggest, BronyCon, since they will have Jason. Of course, we do have our West Coast equivalent, and I'm hoping that there's always rumblings of like in Portland they're going to have a convention. I'm hoping that some of that actually comes to fruition. That would be really cool for us who have migrated to the West Side. So
yes, West Side.
All right, let's see, and my turn.
Yay.
All right. Hello, Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and guest. I'm going to put an S at the end. Guests. First of all, I love your podcast. It is by far the best MLB podcast I've found on the whole wide web. I've even written the first recension, they mean review, English is not their first language, on your show on the German iTunes store. I hope you guys are happy now. We are, very much. My questions, what is your favorite pony meme? Sorry. Meme. I even had somebody who's like, now I say it as meme. Blast you, AC. What is your favorite pony meme? Do you have any magical animal companions? And if you could change something from MLPFIM, what it would be? I love you guys, ponies, and I hope you will do this podcast forever. Yeah. Sincerely, Jan. Do you need a pony-related nickname? Make one up for me, okay? Thanks. P.S. Chef Sandy is right. Dresser's best pony.
I didn't hear that last bit.
No. Unfortunately, the pixels are far too small, and I'm going blind on a particular line on my screen.
Yeah, we'll have to move on there.
Yeah. So, yes, thank you very much for the iTunes reviews. We are like at 150 reviews on the English speaking, I believe, iTunes. So thank you very much. I don't know if it's English speak. I don't know if it's like country based or whatnot, but we definitely have reached up there on the iTunes store. So thank you guys so much. We're going to do a few shout outs to you 5-star guys. As to go down, favorite pony meme. Tell you what, you guys go through it. I'm going to have to rumble. Do you guys have a particular one you like a lot?
I think it's the one with Rainbow Dash for me when he does the. Is it called the duck face when he's kind of smooshing his cheeks together?
Oh yeah, that is a really good one. The smooshy face, I believe everybody calls it. Where she just during episode 4, what smooshy face?
We were smooshy facing at each other.
Okay. That doesn't work well on a podcast, but
no,
the smooshy face is pretty awesome because I have macroed that many times of just like smooshy face. So
it turns up everywhere.
I agree. That is a really good meme. I do even like it when you see it pop up in different places where smooshy face shows up. Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm trying to think. I actually find like 20% cooler and stuff like that are a little overused.
Socks.
Yeah. Socks is pretty good. Socks.
I love socks.
Yeah, socks is a pretty good meme. Yeah, I think Smooshy Face is a hard one to beat, though. Do you have any magical animal companions? I have an actual animal companion, which is a bunch of fish. I don't know about magical. If it's character-wise, God, what would Apple Cider have? I don't know. That's what I would have a parrot. That would actually be really cool. Have a little parrot.
What? Yago?
All right, sure. So yeah, parrot wouldn't be too bad. Hey, Iago is good. I like Guilford Gottfried. You know, he's cool. If you could change something about friendship is magic, what would it be? I would really like some of the background ponies to actually have their own stuff. Like, I would actually like to be like, and now now we're actually going to recognize Scratch and Lyra and Octavia and like.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Yeah, like I want to see all these background, like tell you what, even to make it better, I want to see these backgrounders actually like show up in the toys. Like stop giving me weird named Recolor, Twilight Sparkle. I want Elira. I want Bonbon. I want to see these characters.
Hairspray.
Yeah. Like give me these characters because, you know, that would be probably the best thing. So I could be like, I got the whole town. Oh, hi.
That would be cool.
It's like, I'm Pony Joe. Come buy my donuts. Like,
you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see an episode which is essentially the Lower Deck Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Just the background characters.
Yeah.
Just one special. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, that would be really fun. Just like, and the main six are gone, go. What's this episode going to be like? And it's Lyra going, Bonbon, what are we doing? I don't know. You want to just hang out? Okay. Derpy shows up. Yeah, that would be fun. And let's see, what was the last one? So Jan needs a nickname. We're going to have to come up with a pony name for someone that we don't really know. Let's see. Let's try and extrapolate what we can. English is not their first language. German. Let's see. No. You are a bad person.
Janet can be Mayor Blueheart.
Let's see.
Zweiblumen.
Yeah.
Zweiblumen?
From Discworld.
No, not. You're just using everything. You're using everything from the little amount that I've shown of Eurotrip.
No, I lived in Germany for years.
Oh, okay, fine, Miss Alyssa lived in Germany for a short while and listens to Rammstein. Like that matters.
Oh, Rammstein's good.
Rammstein's good.
Ha! 2 people agreed with me. You suck.
Honey, I'm doing a show.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
Woohoo!
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Power. Women are always right.
God, are you whipped or what?
Yes, I used to be married.
All right, well, listen, these 3 dorks have given you suggestions. I'm just going to have to pull back because obviously I'm getting beaten up because I don't understand the stylings of Rammstein. So thank you very much there, Jan. All right, let's move on. Let's see, it should be Midnight's turn, I believe. Midnight.
Okie dokie. Dear Princess Celestia, he actually says, Dear Princess Celeste, AC and Chef. And guest, of course. Shame on you, Lord Blaze, you forgot the guest. Have you guys seen the Ask Surprise Tumblr that has recently popped up? It's really good. Possibly even better than the Ask Apple Bloom. But the real outstanding thing is over the first 2 days, the artist posted an astounding 29 different pictures and has posted 3 more today. Who is surprised, you may ask? Well, she was the original concept for Pinky and has basically the same personality, but is a white Pegasus with a yellow mane. Also, Season 2 is coming soon. Any plans for the season premiere? Having a party or just watching it like a regular episode? Your faithful student, Lord Blaze, and he's given the Tumblr link to asksurprise.tumblr.com.
Yeah, I actually need to check and see if it has an update. Oh, I like that Tumblr. It is giving me... Oh, it's got updates! Yay! Hold on, I'm going to have to stop the show to read this.
The artist there draws so much. It's scary.
Yeah, it's you know what, the Ask Surprise Tumblr feed has actually like reestablished my love of these Tumblr accounts. Like the Pinkamena thing has scared me, to the point of scared them. But yeah, this is really, really kind of I love this account. It is so it's so right on par of just being silly and just like in line with the show of craziness. So yeah, I love this account. It's great. I highly recommend checking out the asksurprise.tumblr.com. It is fun. Yep. Let's see. Was there? Let me read back on that. Yep. Any plans for the season premiere? Well, we've got I've already told you about the the marathon. So yeah, that's our plans. We're having a big event. As for season 2, the day before, our local meetup group here in the Bay Area is actually having a meetup at a Malibu Grand Prix. So it's going to be putt-putt and go-karts and a whole bunch of crazy fun. And we're just going to have a game of the place. So if you guys are in the Hay area or the San Francisco Bay Area, you can totally come hit us up there, and we're going to have fun. Just go to meetup.com and look for the Bronies of a Northern California group. And go down. All right, Roy, here's your next one. Go for it.
Okay. Hey, Apple Cider and Chef Sandy. I can now say I'm up to speed with your podcast, and I love them. Keep up the excellent work. Also, I would like to point out that you really need a show on My Little Pony collectibles.
Collectorables.
Collectibles is, I think, what they meant. Also, I'm the 3,778th person to sign for the official My Little Pony Friendship is Magic CD, as there are now 3,778 signatures total. Link is here. With link, I will be the proud new owner of some hard-to-get blind bag ponies. Here are the 2 photos I had to use. The ones I have one from eBay with links. And here is a pic of Rainbow Dash gone bad with another pic. Before I forget, I would like to give a shout-out to every Brony that listens to your show, and those that are new to your show, welcome to the Brony Club. From Lightning Hoof. P.S. You guys don't give credit to Luna. She's by far my number 1 fave pony. Number 2 is Rainbow Dash for her tomboy outlook.
I can see why you put that one in there, Midnight.
It's to tease you.
There's a lot going on in here. Collectibles. We would actually have to find somebody that's very much into the collectibles. Probably maybe even Hasbro individuals that know a lot more about them. But there is definitely, this is a show made for toys, so
it's big business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roy might know more.
Yeah. I've been collecting for a while. I've got quite a few ponies, so. My personal favorite is actually one from when they had the 25th anniversary, and they had people designing ponies from all these famous designers and stars from across America and the world even. And my personal favorite, and I've actually got it downstairs. I should get it, but I don't know how I'd really show it on the podcast. It's actually by a Japanese designer called Junko, and it's brilliantly done. You can actually still buy the My Little Pony. It's like about $15-20 for it. And I'm also getting from a friend of mine the new 2011 Comic-Con exclusive. That's going to be sent to me soon as well. That I paid for that already, and that's getting shipped over to me. So I'm looking forward to getting her as well. So yeah, I've been collecting for a little while.
Did you get the Comic-Con exclusive this year?
Yes.
As I like to call the Hot Topic pony?
Yes, I have her coming in the mail within a week or 2.
Okay, that one's pretty nuts. To go with the next piece, so yeah, people are petitioning for the soundtrack, and as of the time they posted this, 3,778. I don't know. It would be nice if they made a soundtrack, but considering the fact that season 2 is out there, why don't we wait a little bit and see how season 2 songs are, because it sounds like that they are maybe even better than season 1's, and that would be great. Let's see, blind bag ponies. Yep, we got the second group of blind bag ponies, which are not particularly blind because you can actually find out which pony is inside by looking at a guide and finding a number on them. But yeah, there's blind bags. Rainbow Dash gone bad. What is that about? Click. Let's hope it's not like weird related.
That's actually Rainbow Dash dressed as what looks like a Shadow Bolt. He looks kind of he-ish rather than she-ish, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because men are evil.
Yeah.
No, they are.
My girlfriend. There we go. And let's see. Yep. And Luna Love. So there you go. And I think that's about it. So thank you very much there, Lightning Hoof. And I know that you posted a little earlier, but yes, Luna Love, always appreciated. So super cool. All right. So emails are done. What we can do is we've got next week. We're doing the big show, and I'm sure we'll get to a whole bunch of other little email. Let's see, a whole bunch of other little email things. So what we have here is we've got our iTunes group. We've got everybody that left across a little 5-star review. So what we have first is want to give a big call out to Tall Tale, Robert O'Neill, Draces, Trevor J. King, Daniel Ganowski, Trailoff, J. Conathan, Lannis01, Missing 00, Teg the Third, Michael Arnold, Wolf Blitz 223, Mega Kirby X811, Murloc, Dylan Benedict, and Luke 051. Thank you very much for all of your reviews. That's super cool for you guys to leave that up there. All right, so news time, and we're just going to go ahead and run through this. So first, we've got a little bit, so we have Sibsy, who, let me open up this doc real quick for the second time, is one of the storyboarders, or lead storyboard artist for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and she dropped by the Equestria Daily IRC for a period of time and just started talking about Ponies, started talking about season 2 and everything going on. I know that Midnight had at least breezed through the script. Was there anything kind of cool you saw through that, Midnight?
Yeah, I was shocked by how little time they have. I mean, they've always said that they're on a budget, but she's talking about a month to storyboard, and that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was kind of poking at somebody. Somebody messaged her and said like, "Hey, they made that video of all the mistakes. You guys should clean that up." And she's like, "Do you realize how little time we have just to get this show out? Like, we hate seeing those as well. So that's a nice thing to say. But if you could pay us more time, that would be great." To see anything? Did you check it out there, Roy G?
No, I hadn't yet. I wanted to. I was actually going to be reading that tomorrow. I was planning on going through that.
Let's see. Some of the things that she said. She actually was really happy the community picked up on Berry Punch, because she was just like, "Oh yeah, I've totally put her in there and thought that would be a fun character, and I imagined her to be the drinker that the community has kind of turned her into," which is kind of interesting.
The Tumblr from that, the Ask Berry Panuch with the interesting spelling, that is another awesome one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she totally talked about Berry Punch. She talked about she doesn't like the names Lyra and Octavia, which is pretty funny because I have a friend that I told to, and he really likes Lyra, and he's like, "Well, I don't like Sibsy." I'm like, "Whoa, dude, temper it a little bit." Yeah, it's really kind of cool just seeing all the stuff that she talked about. I'm kind of breezing through real quick. She hates the fact Celestia is pink too. Let's see.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Why?
I'd heard it was pink, and I didn't believe how pink it was until I saw it. Oh man, is it pink?
Yeah, of course she does. She is fully in the Twilight is Best Pony fan, which officially makes her best pony. She does openly hate snips and snails, but likes drawing them.
I can believe that.
Yeah, Gummy has a Celestia from McDonald's that she's going to be repainting white. That's her next project.
I'm actually really curious. I wonder if we could. So one thing I'm kind of curious because there's a lot of talk on this, and I wish somebody would ask it. But if they were actually able to get Weird Al to do voice for a show this season, because there had been that talk of like the production team going, if you want to be on the show, totally contact us. And I'm kind of curious if that actually came through at all.
I really hope so. Yeah,
that would be amazing.
I'm sure if many people did a shout out on his Twitter, he'd be able to do it.
Huh.
Because I know he checks that frequently.
Hey, everybody just go Twitter bomb Weird Al Yankovic and find out if he was able to do anything for My Little Pony. I'm sure he's a cool guy. He makes funny music.
Yeah. I think if he did, he wouldn't say.
Yeah, he might be sworn to some form of secrecy.
Yeah.
Let's see. She browses EQD every day with no fanfic mode on, so she does see our posts. Hi.
Hi.
Talks about some Ed, and Eddie. She has done cover work for Darkwing Duck and some Casper series right now. So yeah, just a huge little thread. It's a nice little read of just kind of going through with Sibsy. Senior storyboard artist for Friendship is Magic. Sibsy, if by chance you do read this and wish to be on the big live show, we love you. Like we would. We're not going to spoil anything. As a matter of fact, if any of you production guys are listening to this, please contact me. We just want to love you. We just want to say nice things. Is that so wrong? So, yep. I think that anything else you guys got on Sibsy, or should we move along?
There was one other thing, actually.
Oh, what was the one other thing? Go for it.
Yeah, I can't even remember what it actually was that she said. Oh, yes, that's it. Yes, what she said, I believe, was that they have a good version of the CMC theme tune, the rock band theme tune.
Yes,
they played.
Yeah,
and she was so mad when they didn't use it. I've really hoped that they have a good version of that song, because I love how awful the bad version is, but I'd really love to hear that sung properly, and apparently they have a copy. Mm-hmm. I really hope they have it. That would be just awesome.
I'm kind of in the same camp, because my favorite version of that song is the dubstep version where somebody auto-tuned it to sound right.
Yes.
Because it sounds so much better. Like, going back and watching that episode, it just grates me so hard. I'm just like, this song could sound good. I know it can.
I love the drop in the dubstep. Just all of a sudden, boom, boom, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it just drops out. Yeah, but hopefully, heck, that would be something really cool to have for the, if they could actually, like, layer that in over the original and have that on the DVD, that would be really cool. Like, watch the actual, like, the we can actually sing version of the song.
Yeah.
And of course, I know that in the past, like the talking about it, like I think everybody, like the voice actress for Scootaloo, like everybody was like, "Oh, we want to use the good version, but we have to use the really terrible version because that's the joke." Moving on, so check that out. That's a really cool, like, long little IRC. Hopefully, who knows, maybe we could talk to somebody. It would be cool to get Sibsy on. She seems like a cool filly. So moving on, I called this one Grainbow Dash, or Graybow Dash, more or less. So we got some animation that leaked out. Somebody made let me click this link as well, because it's good to have all your information in a row. So, an animation reel was released by Aidan McCader. I believe that's how you say it. It actually had a few pieces of Season 2 animation in it. Confirmed Season 2 animation from what appears to be the first 2 episodes. So, all it is just a little bit. It's Rainbow Dash lacking a lot of the vibrancy of her normal colors, flying away and getting lassoed. Let the rumors begin about what it's all about.
Well, we've had the I think it's, I don't know if it's a rumor still or if it's been semi-officially released, but they made 2 episodes for season 1 that they never released, and that's apparently the Discord apps. where there is an evil pony who is trapped in stone called Discord, and he escapes and starts being evil in an evil way. And either Graybow Dash is some sort of alternate goatee-wearing evil version of Rainbow Dash, or it's actually Rainbow Dash under a curse.
But the curses don't exist. There are no such thing as curses.
I've already seen fan art of Graybow Dash. It's already shown up on Pony Boro.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. A random, as somebody says in the EQD thread, random mass guessing time. What's this all about? I've got my hypothesis that just reading off of the supposed spoilers and everything it could be about. I won't go into any further spoilerific territory, but there is a. Yeah, it's a neat little piece of animation. I like that somebody actually has made nice little GIF cutouts of them that you can catch there. But yeah, Rainbow Dash all grayified. You know, she's not best pony, definitely because of that.
It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So
you may want to yay out the entire explanation of what I just said, but that's the kind of information that's floating around anyway.
Yeah, and of course, it is rumors. It is not actually like we don't know for sure. So so moving onward on that, did you have anything you two about the about that, or are we good to move forward?
They're good.
All right. So let's do this. We've actually got we had that We Love Fine T-shirts, and they actually announced the winners. Everybody who got the runner-up packages, and also the ones that got the actual got the $1,000. I like all these. The Wonderbolts one, which did win and got the $1,000 in cash, is pretty cool. I could see myself probably wearing that one. I also was a big fan of the Dumb Fabric T-shirt, and I'm happy that one came through. So yeah, I'm very happy with these, and probably will need to purchase a few of them. You can even buy this tee now. Well, I might have to buy a few extra of these and use them for contest stuff for the marathon. So, we shall see. What do you guys think? Is there any that you like that maybe didn't make it, or what do you think about the finalists that showed up?
Well, the ones I could see look pretty cool. I really like the Rainbow Dash one when it's it's one of the runners-up, flowing rainbow designed by Sam. I really like the style of that. I think I've got that picture on my phone.
I like that. That one's a good one. I also like the I'm not sure if I would wear it as a shirt, but the Tumbling Ponies one, Friendship Freefall, designed by Top. I actually do like that one as well. Like, they're all pretty good. That one's kind of neat. But I mean, the Wonderbolts one really is kind of neat just because it looks. It's kind of in that, hey, I've got a T-shirt from such and such. You know, I'm part of this group, but it looks like, you know, you're actually one of the members. It's kind of neat. It's kind of fun. Anything on your side? Your ideas there, Roy G or Gummy?
Well, I know on the whole T-shirt thing, I was just glad that Mega Sweet got credit for what she designed eventually, and she ended up and they liked her enough that they actually are they're getting a few more of her designs to make into T-shirts as well. So I was really happy to see that because I loved her design, and I was just glad she's going to get credit for it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're probably commissioning her out to do some more of those. I'm actually looking through We Love Fine and all their things, and they have a ton now. They have 3 pages of these, a Doctor Who shirt.
I want to get one of the Rarity ones for Gummy because she likes Rarity.
I like Rarity and Pinkie Pie.
Oh, there's a perfect Fluttershy one here for I think I know some pony that's going to end up getting herself a Fluttershy shirt because this one's pretty good. So you should check those out. These are really nice things. I would highly recommend it. I might have to grab a few of them because they're fun. All right, so check that out. That's pretty good. Just as another little aside, so Newsworthy, Penny Arcade Expo happened, and there was a lot of pony in Penny Arcade Expo. We know from sources that there was a unicorn room, which featured both Twilight Sparkle and Celestia. Somebody walked around with a giant version of Pinkie Pie around the con. They have a thing there where it is write a comic with Tycho and Gabe, and the people at that panel can yell out who they want to appear in the actual comic, and Derpy Hooves is in the comic, so Derpy won. And I believe that there was a act where a whole bunch of I'm trying to see, MC Frontalot actually had a lot of pony vids going up on the screen and everything during his set. So supposedly PAX was very pony centric this year, which is kind of funny just to think of, like, Penny Arcade Expo, ponies are everywhere. It's unavoidable at this point. And I think that they'll do that. Let me move on. There's not too much that can be said else. And one last little aside. If you are Brazilian and you do have a McDonald's, there are now My Little Pony glowing toys that somehow have reached Brazilians before us very self-important Americans. So if you are Brazilian and want to make some cash, I would recommend going to McDonald's and buying a bunch of toys and selling it to us. Because we'll do it. We've got cash and we're lazy. And I think that does for news. And the show is already long in the tooth, so let's move this on a little bit further for books. We have 2 fanfic writers with us this week, and we need to kind of know what kind of fun, crazy stuff you can read. Mine is definitely more on the crazy side, and one of the reasons I chose this one is because Roy G. Biv is with us this week. So I chose one of his fics, Derpy's Lover, which I have specifically put a note, this is not safe for lunch. It is not safe for work, though you may not want to actually read it at work, especially if they read the first, 5 paragraphs. It's silly. Just go into it knowing it is silly.
I defend it.
Defend it. Go ahead.
I purposefully wrote it trying to make it seem as completely naughty as possible, but in reality, make it about something completely innocent. And I don't want to give it away for those that may not have read it yet.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. The doctor would get mad at me. But if I give out spoilers. But anyhow, but the whole concept, you have to read it going into it, understanding that it basically was just written in such a way as to see how dirty your mind is. If you have a clean mind, you will just think, oh, nothing. But if you don't, well...
Yeah.
It is a clean mind anymore.
I don't know. I mean, your mind's in the gutter and mine's in the sewage treatment plant, Gummy.
So it's definitely, and I mean, it's a super short read. We're talking, like, you can get this done if you're a slow reader in 5 minutes. There's really, you can see on DeviantArt, you can see the top and the bottom just, on your browser. So it's a real quick read. It's totally silly. So I decided to bring that up. So not safe for lunch, definitely, but you should do that. Hey, Midnight, so what do you got?
Okay, I have one actually that turned up very recently. It's called Dear Idiot, and it's best read in an outrageously British accent, and it is Celestia's private dressing down of Prince Blueblood. It is pretty short too, but very masterfully done. You have to read this if you hate Prince Blueblood. You could just hear the knives being sharpened in the background. It's fantastic.
Additional tags starring Charlie Sheen as Blue Blood.
Winning.
So hero be a twit. Yeah, so that one, I did see that one come up, and it definitely got some attention for a while. The Blue Blood, I think, gets almost as much like hate as Gilda does. Well, I think Gilda gets more, but, how dare you make Fluttershy cry, you will pay. But, just enough people go you broke Rarity's dreams.
Yeah, I mean, he is a complete and utter beast. And it's just hilarious how he gets taken down by Celestia in this story. It should be canon.
It's
that good.
It does have a comedy tag, so it is
funny.
It is funny worthy, so it's not going to turn into crazy Celestia. It's a fun little crazy read. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, let's say, British in feel, so it isn't going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it's good. It's good.
All right. Okay, Roy, what you got?
What do I got? My current favorite right now is actually Gun with Occasional Pony by Squeak, or Squeak Anon.
All right, sell it to me. What we got?
Basically, this entire story is almost a love letter to every wild aspect of the Brony fandom. And it involves describing the Chans as real-life places, Equestria Daily as this giant, ever-changing building where all the top-tier artists and writers apparently have their own offices, and it's just brilliantly written storyline. It starts with Raging Semi getting murdered, and it turns out that all of the people who write adult pony stuff or draw adult pony stuff are disappearing or getting murdered left and right, and Squeak has to find out who's doing it. And it is so brilliantly written. He's written quite a few chapters already. If you haven't gotten into it yet, I really recommend it, because he writes in so many shout-outs to so many different people involved in the Brony fandom right now that you'll just be like, oh, I know that person too, oh, that's me. So it's a great read and doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's a very obvious parody and joke.
Spoiler, I'm the killer. No, if everybody who's important on AQD has their own office, I wonder where ours are. Let's see, basement floor 3. Dang.
We can fit you there, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Mine's on the moon.
Let's see. Here you go. You're located right next to the boiler room. Oh, so that's pretty neat. Kind of a self-referential, storytelling about the Brony fandom. So that's cool. Check all those 3 out. They all seem like that they are very worthy of your time. From silly to funny to self-referential murder mysteries. So, yeah, that seems pretty cool. All right, so moving onward, we're getting terribly close to topic time, but before we have that, we have MAME time with Chef... We have MAME time with Midnight Shadow. Oh, okay. So, all right, Midnight. So we've got people who are messaging us, and they want to know certain things about the community, and they're just not sure. Now, I'm actually not familiar with this one, so you're going to have to fill me in, really, for reals this time. What the heck is Pony Folder?
Well, yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it? Well, does Roy want to go ahead and take over?
No. Mine's
you
too
can
huge.
Take over.
I have mine in 3 different categories, so.
All right, well, you kids are going to have to start explaining.
The mythical Pony Folder. Oh.
A pony folder is where you keep all of your pony-related items on the computer.
Okay.
I know I have, I have 4 pony folders right now. My first one is all of my pony videos, not just the episodes, but also all of the YouTube videos I've liked. I've got a second one, which is my wallpapers. My third one, which is all of my general reaction pictures from when I'm on the chans and stuff. And Well, the fourth one we're not going to talk about. Because Gummy's right behind me. She heard it. No.
So, okay, so it's just literally what you keep. So, like, for instance, with me, I've got my portable hard drive, which has the videos on it. I keep the Bronyville stuff when I'm editing the shows. I actually have a Dropbox that I use to kind of sync shows and get everything figured out. I've downloaded reaction pics, mainly Applejack's, because she has just the best reactions. And I have some of that just on my computer as is. So it's literally what you keep, what you got.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So simple enough. What's in your
everything?
So what is in your pony folder? What's good enough to keep around? All right, cool enough. That's a little bit of an explainer. What's your swag? What's in your pony folder? All right, so moving on. That explains our little main bit. So we've got two writers here, and therefore that would be a pretty good topic to kind of talk about some things coming up. So what we have is we are rapidly approaching season 2. Actually, in 2 weeks, we will be all basking in the glow of, oh my God, season 2's back, oh my God. What did you think of that episode? And it's kind of a curious time for fanfics and stories because we're in this period of like, well, do you want to do much? Do you not want to do much? You know, kind of looking back at what's there. So what's the landscape in kind of the writing community right now?
I'm noticing a lot less writing. I know I'm being hesitant writing on pony stuff right now, unless it's like the background ponies I regularly write on, just because I'm worried about season 2 uncanning a lot of stuff. And I notice a lot of other Brony writers have been kind of hesitant about that as well. Like with the pony writing event that just started on Equestrian Daily, a lot of other writers were like, we really don't want to take part in this because with the season starting, we could write like half the story and suddenly have to throw everything out. So. Mm-hmm.
So we've got that. I mean, I can totally see that as being a kind of a killer or something that would have to be taken care of trying to overcome that. Let's see. So we've got that. So you kind of alluded to, they do have the NaPoWriMo that is going on right now over on Equestria Daily. I know that one thing you kind of wanted to talk about, Roy, is the fact that there is actually a something going on with the NaMoWriMo. If you would like to let's break this down at the very base. Tell us what NaMoWriMo is and what the plans are for the pony writers during the event.
Oh, NaNoWriMo? Yeah. It's National Novel Writing Month, and that's the entire month of November, and a lot of us, a fair number of us writers are taking part in it, and basically the goal is to write a 50,000-word rough draft in 30 days. You're not supposed to edit, proofread, spell check, anything. Your goal is just to get the basic words, 50,000 words out, because the idea is you can proofread after November ends. During November, your goal is just to stop putting off an excuse to write, putting off the excuses of I can do it later, and just force yourself to finally get that novel or that epic length fan fiction or whatever it is you've wanted to write out. And as long as you can get the 50,000 words of the rough draft out in the 30 days, you get a lot of cool perks. Like you get a proof copy of your novel once it's done that you can then, the proof copy is what you send to publishers to try and publish it. You get lots of kudos and free stuff. You get discounts on different editing softwares, if not free. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes from doing NaNoWriMo, but it's also a lot of work. You have to go into it expecting a lot of work.
Hold on 1 second. We have some talking in the crowd from one Starry Night. So here we go. Hold on, she has something.
There's also a National Editing Month that comes right after NaNoWriMo. So once you're done writing your novel, then there comes the month where you just edit the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's as well known.
Yeah, that happens.
I toss mine over to one of the editors and say, here, have fun for the next month.
Yeah,
I'm no good at editing, but I admit this.
I made this stream of thought, Vic, and you should figure out how to make it good. Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me throwing wave files to M and just being like, we talked for 2 hours, make it good, bye.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so you guys are doing that, and so we could kind of expect some large level fanfic probably hitting us, I'd say December time, or somewhere around there where we can all, after the NaNoWriMo comes out, hopefully there'll be a lot of postings of like what's going on and how those fics are coming across. I think it was Midnight or one of you guys just tabbed this into the chat. Canon/changes from fanfic to alternate universe. So what's that about?
Yeah. Since I'm a pre-reader for EQD, I have to say we have actually noticed a slowing down of the number of fanfics that are coming in. Some of it's for NaNoWriMo, some of it's for this NaPoWriMo, and others are literally because a lot of people are saying, hang on, I don't want to invest masses of time and energy into a fanfic, which will now get broken by unknown Season 2 stuff. So the thing is, it's not worrying too many people because they're saying, well, hang on, I can write my character this way, and what I'm going to say is if it gets broken by canon, for example, we had a lot of these Gala based fics that just got totally blown out of the water when the actual Gala scene arrived. They say, okay, this is just an alternate universe to the canon universe. And people go away and say, okay, it's slightly different. Carry on. As long as you explain yourself, it's not causing too much of an upset. So that's what a lot of the writers who are determined to write for one reason or another, or either stuck in the middle of a big story or just have something they just must write, they are actually going ahead anyway.
Yeah, I see Season 2, like the entire period that we have Season 2 ongoing, I think that we're going to watch fanfic kind of slow down. The stuff will still update. I think you'll still see your Fallout Equestrias and your Antipodes and things like that are kind of in their own insular universe keep updating pretty well. I think some are just going to wait to kind of tide it out until next summer, just to see like, okay, this is kind of like the world thus far that we can play with. And, just go from there. Yeah, I kind of do see that as probably being the main thing. I even think that, at least in on my side, I'm even a little bit apprehensive about Season 2 because it puts kind of our thing a little bit of a question mark of like, we've been doing this show. We did it a little bit while the season was still on. We had 2 episodes to go when we started, but it was. Once Season 2 starts, are we actually going to get kind of a drop in listeners? Because people will just be like, done with Ponies, just like.
Oh, no.
You don't think so? People are just.
I think it's going to shoot through the roof once Season 2 hits, because everyone's going to be like, everyone who left during the break to wait until Season 2 started again are going to storm back. So I think at least a podcast, everyone is going to get slammed like crazy after Season 2 debuts, because everyone who left is going to come back being like, oh my God, what did we miss? What'd we miss? And can we remind me and catch me up, Yeah,
so. What's been going on? What's doing it? I mean, that's totally a thing. And just to be honest, we are currently being slammed as is. We announced that last month we actually had 20,000 downloads, which is just, my last project had 5,000 in a month. So this is kind of way ridiculous. So yeah, it's there definitely is that. If that happens, I would be like totally cool with it. But it does just kind of in the same thing of the fic. There is just that little bit of a worry of being like, well, this was something that we did I listened to during the summer while it was kind of rough and I didn't have as much interest, but I think, just show-wise, we've provided something that, is at least a good enough diversion. And we'll talk about the episodes as they come out too, spoiler-ish.
Yeah. I think that's going to be what it's going to be like. I mean, what we hit last time was the kind of midweek pony lull. If you guys continue to come out on Wednesday, That's the midweek pony fix we all need, because we have to wait till Friday or Saturday to see the episode itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly poised.
Yeah. Not to derail this back to talking about my show, but you know, it's kind of in a similar vein of kind of wondering what the next season will bring. Tell you what, let's do this. I've got an interesting thing. We did our book, our fanfic that we wanted to talk about, but I'm kind of curious, just to kind of wrap up, because we've got one season behind us. Are there any little fanfics that you guys actually want to kind of pimp real quick as being like, hey, you know, this is a, you know, if we were to categorize everything from when fanfic for this thing started to now, what are kind of like the big ones that people should actually like pay attention to? You know, if we were just to say, and this is season 1 of Pony fanfic, what would you guys think?
That's so difficult to do because, like I said, I'm one of the pre-readers for EQD, so I see so much fanfic, it's hard to pick everything out.
Guess what? Choose your friends. You got to choose your friends. I mean,
I could be so more vain than that. I'll just pick my own stuff.
We could. I mean, as I kind of mentioned, you have your Fallout Equestria, which is way popular. Antipodes, which has its thing. Let me see. I'm trying to think. The Pony Psychology series. I hear a ton of love off of that.
Good.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think. Those are the ones that I hear about. Of course, you know, for what I said, I've cooled a little bit, but there are tons that love past sins, and I think it's a, you know, it's a taste preference. It's a love-hate series.
It's so popular, it's going to get both.
Yeah, and it actually just finished up. So, I think in good time, because season 2 is starting up. So yeah, they've wrapped up the past sins. I'm gonna, if we can't.
Past Sins, I wanted to say something.
Go for it.
I loved Past Sins. I love the story of it, but I think that it suffered from one of the reasons why I'm very adamant about how, if you're going to have something proofread, because, I mean, anyone who's read any of my stuff knows that I always work with proofreaders. But when I write a story, I will only work with one proofreader on it, and I make sure that that proofreader actually proofreads and edits. Because if a proofreader or editor is not going through with a red pen saying, this is wrong, change this, they're not doing a benefit to you as the writer. And I think that Past Sins is a very great example of this, where you had all of these people that were willing to proofread and edit it, but none of them were actually really editing or doing anything. So you have these glaring story issues and spelling issues and grammar issues that just rip you right out of the stories. And it's such a shame, because Past Sins is a great, brilliant idea. And if you can get past the writing errors and the spelling errors and everything, it's a brilliant story. But some of them are so glaring, and there are a few plot holes that a good editor would have just gripped the writer and said, no, fix this before you publish it, that it detracts from the story. So it's one of those times where I really suggest to other writers, if you get the chance to write with an editor or a proofreader, make sure that they're actually going to do it, and that they're not just being yes men or yes women trying to convince you, oh no, it's perfect. You need them to be that mean so you can get the best work. It takes good works and it makes it better and almost perfect, or God tier, or whatever you want to call it. So don't think they're being mean. They're there to help you. So if you keep getting editors or proofreaders that keep going, oh no, don't change anything, it might be time to find a new proofreader or editor. That's why I love working with Purple Tinker when she edits my stuff, because she will take the red pen. She has no problem using it, and I love her for that. Bam. Sorry.
Well, no problem on that. And there actually is a pretty good database. It's time for us to pimp something that one of you do. There is actually a nice little database, or a nice little what will we call Pony Chan thread that one of you manages, that kind of helps those who might be in need of their writing. Who would that be?
Yeah, I've actually got the training grounds, which I I must apologise. I've not been so active at the moment. I've kind of been burning out on fanfic. I've not even been writing my own stuff. But I do try to make sure that it is not dead. We have had a lot of good editors trot in and trot out and make their own threads. And I'm glad to see that there are more threads than just mine. And some of them are really, really good. They will tell you where you have gone wrong, and you really should listen to them. There's, at the beginning of every thread, there's a few guides that are posted. Seriously, you should read them if you do want to write better. Unless you seriously are getting 6-star fix every time you post the EQD, you probably can learn from them.
Yeah, just like Midnight, always getting 6-star fix.
I got a single one.
Burn.
I hate you. That's it. I'm going to throw down the headset, walk out. That's it.
Listen, you're my Chef Sandy this show. You just got to take it, all right?
I'm crying here. It's not fair. No, I am still chasing the 6th star, but there you go.
Okay.
I do generally get 5-star every time. There's like 1 or 2 that aren't, and I think the first one I made was the lowest, which is 3.7 stars. So there you go. Whatever that means, there you go.
Yeah.
It means humble beginnings.
Yeah. To be honest, I went back and read them, and they do kind of suck. So I should rewrite them. But what it is when you write, it's your baby. It's the most special, unique snowflake in the world. And to have somebody turn around and say, actually, this bit's bad, you need to fix this and fix that and do this and rewrite that bit, and you've got a ton of spelling mistakes. When you get told that, it's painful, but you have to be told that if you are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody gets it, including me.
I mean, with anything, if a writer, if a artist is just told all the time, no, we love your stuff is so good, it's great. So many people just quagmire up and just stay exactly the same and don't get any better. Just, just like, oh, well, everybody likes it. Obviously, there's nowhere I need to improve, even if their anatomy just looks like somebody snapped their hips in half and just like, ooh.
Yeah.
So, I
can see from my attempts at drawing,
oh, God.
I'm definitely getting better at drawing. Well, okay, I will show you my first pony ever, and you will go, oh, God. But I have got better. I can tell I've got better because I'm actually good enough now for people to say, hang on, that sucks, change that, 2 ears too big, I forgot the ears, horns wrong size.
You forgot the horns.
The leg doesn't bend like that, dude. Do it again. That's actually telling me that I'm getting a bit better at least, because now they're actually not just patting me on the head and putting it on the refrigerator.
I love the ones where it's just like, hey, Midnight, you turned into an earth pony all of a sudden. You're like, God damn.
One day I will.
One day.
No, I just have been a bit burnt out on fanfics. I said, okay, I'm going to do something else for a while and draw a little bit until the writing mojo comes back.
Well, that makes sense. We'll tell you what, is there anything we want to talk about fic-wise, or should we get to, because you do mention some of that on your One Cool Thing, do either of you have anything particular else?
I think Roy should pimp one of his favourite fanfics.
Oh, all right.
I keep pimping my own stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
I've got to prove I'm not the only one.
Roy is a dirty pony, so what has he got?
God. Repeat the question. Hopefully we can edit that out because my brain just kind of fried for a second.
Explain the universe and everything. No, just like if you had to choose what like the top tier, the what is the fix of this what we could consider fanfic season 1, what you would include as part of it.
Written by Roy.
Written by Roy, I guess.
Clean or non-clean?
Let's go with clean, and let's say that if you want the non-clean, seek out Roy in the My Little Pony RC, and he can point you that way.
Yeah. Okay, for clean but still kind of shippy, I would have to say chapters 1 through 10 of Mares and Magic, as long as you ignore the final 2 chapters. never touch them, never look at them, and pretend they don't exist. Chapters 1 through 10 are a great story. And it really could have ended right there at the end of chapter 10. It's just, And I'd also want to include anything by Butterscotch. She's yet to write something that I have not liked. A lot of her stuff still stays very much in canon or named character. And also from way back when the Bronies first started out, a fic series, which I don't know if either of you have read. Have either of you read the Anti-Pony series?
No, I have not.
Nay.
The Anti-Pony series actually, it's a series of not slightly, they are shippy fics that actually take place about 10 to 15 years after the show ends. And it's basically the ponies have evolved on, they've gotten into their serious relationships, and it's a really great look at because even though all the stories were written way back around like episode 2 or 3 or 4, they're still completely canon still to this day, which is rather frightening. A lot of them could still very likely happen. And they're a very good example of how to ship without going too over the top. Because, let's face it, I mean, a lot of Bronies, we do shipping, and they're really, in my opinion, they're pretty much the top tier. Those and Butterscotch Sundays are considered, in my opinion, the top tier shipping fics at least. So...
All right, and I will admit I can enjoy a good ship fic, and Swayback is definitely on top of one of those. So, Butterscotch is definitely really good at what she does. Yeah, check those out. If we had to do season 1, there's definitely other ones I would tab in there. Sunny Skies All Day Long, and just some other smaller ones. Luna's Farewell Tour. I mean, there's tons inside of there. There's a guide for all the fics. Go find it and go grab yourself some good fic if you want to catch up on that. We're trying to get Starry Night to read fanfic, but she's trying to fight it.
Yeah.
You just read one? Did you just read Derpy's Muffin? Is that what it was?
No, I read
she's reading something. What is it?
No, I read Midnight Story.
Oh, which one of Midnight Stories?
The one with Spike.
The one with Spike. What's that? Hey, Midnight.
She doesn't remember?
She doesn't remember.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
I don't remember
calling the shots. That was
Actually, I read that one, and then I read the one after.
Yay, we got her to read fanfic.
Yay! You should have her read my Twilight reading Twilight. If she likes the sparkly vampires, she may like it.
She doesn't care for sparkly vampires.
She'll really like it.
She's more of the Anne Rice, like sexy, weird, lithe vampires.
I like Anne Rice's vampires. I like the True Blood vampires. I was surprisingly liking.
Yeah, she is holding her arms up in victory and wearing a T-shirt of some studly dude from that thing. So.
Read the Sookie Stackhouse novels; they're even better.
Okay, yes, dear.
The only problem I have with Twilight novels is if the author would just admit that it's just a giant Mary Sue novels, and she got Mary Sue novels published, I would be okay with it.
This has officially been too much Twilight talk on my show.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is officially too much Twilight talk.
Sorry.
So on top of that and my seething anger, we must move on to one cool thing to cool me down. So I'm going to go to my happy place right now with my one cool thing, because there was a really cool listing of pictures from okay, you guys are going to have to go into it and find me the artist, because I just have a link to the straight YouTube and I don't want it to play as I bring this up. But so there was a comic that was made that Vinyl Scratch was on a record and just spinning around and told Octavia, this is so cool. And then somebody, of course, took that and made an animated GIF, and somebody took the animated GIF and made a YouTube, and somebody made that YouTube and attached it to the "Watch Out, Here I Come, You Spin Me Right Round" song, the
rest is history.
And it is great.
It is cute. Apparently, it is somebody called Dritos or Driatos.
There you go. That works. Yeah.
DeviantArt.com. I will drop the link in.
Yeah.
As we speak.
If you want that, yeah, it's one of those things where I could just leave the YouTube up and just turn back to it and just go,
Yeah, it's about 14 minutes long.
Yep, and just of a sound clip, and she never falls off. She's good that way. Yeah, I really like that. So check that out. That's my one cool thing. It brings me a lot of amusement.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can just keep watching.
Yeah. So Midnight, what do you got?
Okay, well, it's been brewing for a while, and it looks like it's finally going to happen. We have an official way to determine amongst ourselves which pony is best pony, and that is by letting our ponies beat the ever-loving crap out of each other. Yay. Fighting is Magic just had the live stream preview, so I guess that means it is reasonably close to being production-worthy. It looks really slick. It's using, I forget the name of the engine, but it's not Mugen, because Mugen sucks, according to these guys. And they know their stuff. I'm honestly in awe of the work they put into this fighting game. I like video games. I played Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat 2 way back in the day on my SNES. I'm not massively into video, like I said, but I could definitely see myself playing this. It's really, really good.
Yeah, they're putting a ton of time and effort into this of just Applejack is a ground character, and Twilight is more of a zone control character, and this is kind of what they use and everything, and they're being really sneaky about it. Everybody's just going like, when's it getting released? Soon. When, show us another stage. No, they're definitely milking the community for everything that they've got. Yeah. So, I watched a little bit of that, and it was a lot of the beginning was just a lot of them like, we're getting this set, and then just a lot of like, oh god, oh god, And
it's basically them playing Applejack and Twilight the entire time, but I am really pretty sure these guys have more than just Applejack and Twilight there ready and waiting. Yeah. So come on, guys. Fighting is Magic. Let us see the final finished article.
Yeah, you can see the main six there. Let's see who wants to put bets on who is in. I bet Scratch is in. I'm sure at least all, if not some, of the Cutie Mark Crusaders are in.
Lyra Bonbon probably.
Yeah, Scratch. If I didn't say that, Octavia. I hope they just expand it crazy. If they just had it where it's just like 36 characters, just like if it got to the point that I don't care if what happens. If me and Chef can't be actual fighters in the game, I would love it if we were just showed up as somebody super.
Yeah, I think they've got Celestia and Luna, and also Nightmare Moon.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot, and then you got to think there's season 2 stuff coming out, so it could go any which way.
Yeah, I think they could just add on mods anyway, so it's very unlikely that it's not going to be possible to add more. I'd be very surprised.
Fighting is Magic Second Strike.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, got all that. Okay, and you're doubling up on us. You've got something else as well. So, what's your second cool thing?
Well, that's me being a little bit cheeky, but going back to the Ask Surprise Tumblr, there are a lot of really good pony tumblers out there, and being the absolute drama horse that I am, I decided, okay, that's a good way to practice drawing. So if anybody does want to practice drawing, there is the Artist Training Ground on DA. They also have an IRC link. I dabble in drawing for that, but I decided to make myself my own Tumblr. So I've got askmidnightshadow.tumblr.com. And I'm having a lot of fun doing that, to be honest.
Yeah, my terrible suggestions have actually come to fruition.
Yeah. It's Cider's fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault. And of course, it's in true Tumblr fashion. Here's the question: what would you do if you're a Pegasus? I'd say Rainbow Dash. Hey.
Tish.
Yep. Yeah. What happens? Why does your horn keep coming off somehow?
Yeah. Yeah, that's on there too.
Yeah, and then some cupcakes related material that I don't care for. But yeah.
I sidestepped that one.
I know.
It was actually fetch beer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there you go. So yeah, you've got a Tumblr now. That's pretty cool. You know,
like everybody else.
Well, yeah, every pony else has a Tumblr. I know.
Seriously, if you want to draw, go do it. It's fun. It's one of the best ways. You get some random stuff, but inspiration.
Though Rujibiv doesn't have a Tumblr. Maybe we need to convert him to Tumblr. Pony Tumblrs.
Yeah.
Okay, Roy. Well, you've got a little bit here, and you talked about this a little earlier, but here's a link to it. So the Rainforest meet.
Yeah, it's a convention being held the 22nd through the 25th. We had already agreed to be a part of it before, sadly, before BronyCon got started. So we're holding some panels at it, doing like general information about not only the start of My Little Pony, but also through the current season as well. We're also going to be Saturday night at the convention having a huge My Little Pony Brony fan party where we're going to be debuting the first 2 episodes of season 2 at it for those who may have missed it because they were at the convention. So. Yay.
Well, very cool. And as said, yes, it is one of those fur cons. So if it ain't your thing, oh well, then don't let it be your thing. Don't be a Gilda about it, you know. To each their own. So yeah, you can check that out. And also, I guess Midnight gave you a third cool thing here, which is a whole bunch of Trixie eating pine cones.
They want more.
There's just a weird link here of Trixie.
That's for Gummy.
Oh, that's for... Oh, okay. Hey, Gummy.
Let me trade for Gummy so she gets her one cool thing in.
Okay, there you go.
I'm here.
Okay. So you've got pine cones, I guess.
The hooks of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a weird Tumblr that we found of Trixie eating pine cones. I don't know this meme. I remember it coming up a while back. And I don't really know where it comes from.
It looks rather interesting. I would like to know where it comes from, too.
And interesting is the right word, Midnight.
Silly artist, that's not how you draw a Horodric's cube.
So... Yep, you can check that out. That's kind of interesting and weird.
I don't know where it comes from either.
So good job.
One of the guys on IRC said, "Hey, you should draw something for this." It's actually Brony Mike. Hunt him down on one of the IRCs.
Okay,
I'm not sure which one anymore.
Hunt down and attack Brony Mike.
Yeah.
I do like the
Mike, what is this?
So what was that, Gummy?
Sorry.
I do like the image here of Trixie going, "You want me to do what?"
Eat it.
I like that.
Eat the pine cone. Yep, I think that sounds good. You can go eat those pine cones. Check out the One Cool Things. If you want to find the Google Doc, you can do that on to get to our website, which is bronyShow.com. Bronyville.gmail.com is the email address, and I think that does us for our show. Next show is going to be big. It's going to be 12 hours long. It's going to be me talking more than I talked today, which is a lot. So you can definitely hit that up. But yeah, go check out BronyShow.com. Leave us a review on iTunes. That would be super cool. First off, let me make sure I thank all of our guests here. I want to thank Roy G. and Gummy for showing up and talking about the fic and being silly with me for over an hour. Well, over an hour.
Yay!
Yep, great to have you too. No problem. Always fun to have you on. Again, I guess I got to thank this Midnight Shadow guy for stepping in while my co-host, decides that he wants to not be here with me.
Yeah, he's off doing whatever it is he's doing.
Yeah, he's trying to go cook up some more cacti or whatever he does.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. And as said, you can do there. I've gave you the website. I gave you that. We've got Twitter accounts if you want to go join. If you want to follow me as Bronyville. If you want to join on the Google Plus, it is Google Plus as Bronyville. And big the marathon is on the 10th. Keep a lookout on Equestria Daily. Give a lookout for everywhere because we want to try and make something big out of that. And that's it. I think that'll do it for episode 21. I'm going to go take a nap or rest my voice for a few days. This show is over now. All right, everybody, we should go home. All right, sleep well, every pony.
Bye.
Take care.
Oh dear, bye-bye.
I'm sorry. I was trying to behave so much. You have no idea.
You guys are a bunch of weirdos, just so you know.